What's up, everybody? Uh, so we're going to start a educational series on diamonds, just because there's a lot of information on diamonds, and there's a lot of different things you can do within the protocol. So we're gonna call it Diamonds 101, and then we're just gonna start doing some educational streams, and we're gonna have either Rich or Ali or myself actually do things in the UI, actual transactions, so that new people coming in can refer to these videos and see what it's all about. Um, Hope everyone's hanging in there. Man, Bitcoin and ETH took a major hit, but guess what? Titan X didn't really move. So, are we finally bottomed? Eh, we just might be. Who knows? But yeah. So I got Rich here, and he's going to show us today how to start a miner in the Diamonds protocol. What's up, Rich?
Howdy, howdy. Yep. So, are we gonna jump right into that, or we got something
Um,
else
you
first?
were telling me something before we went live. Did you want to share that with the community?
Yeah. Why don't you share screen first and walk through a couple things on the site while I'm getting ready on my end for this first miner display.
Okay, give me just a sec here. Do do do. Ali Kane is not with us tonight. He had to get caught up on some work stuff, I think. So, okay, I'm pulling up the diamond screen. All right. So it looks like people should be able to see it. All right. Um, Sorry. Okay, I finally figured out how to do a split tab in StreamYard. All right. So here we are. We're on the certificates page. Let's go to some stats. Diamond supply already crushed 394, 375 in the Diamonds Exchange, 19 of them in the vault for staking. Very, very cool. 39% crushed, but that will change because we still got people that, mining just started. So there's not a lot of tokens available on the market, and that will change. So let's see. There's 106 diamonds liquid that people are holding. Not much. Then let's go to Blaze. 79.45% staked. That's impressive. Get your Blaze. And then liquid, 475,000. Liquid, 16.45%. So yeah, and then I'll go to a couple different.
Wait, let me explain something on the Blaze. I don't know if everyone is aware of this. Go back up, scroll down. So the supply in the LP is 118,363. That's not going to match the Blaze Titan X LP because this is looking at all the Blaze LPs that are out there and it's combining the total.
Yep,
So
makes
just in case
sense.
anybody would be questioning that balance,
Okay,
which is
so let me go to what I really want to go to is this one because I like the stats on this one. So this is the blaze that comes into the protocol. 80% of it gets staked. So already the Diamonds protocol is over 10% of all the stakes in Blaze. And that's massive. So we've staked 154,175 Blaze. And we've only been live 3 days. So very, very impressive. This protocol is running absolutely flawlessly. Everything is operating just as it should. Very, very early stages, and I'm super impressed with it. This thing's next level. The UI is next level. The tokenomics are next level. Everything about this protocol is next level. And if you're here and you're mining early, congratulations, because I think we got something really, really special here. And I think it's going to be a good thing to be here before the masses. Okay, so
I'm gonna drop us something in the chat, our chat, Utah, so you can share it since you're sharing right now.
Okay. So you want me to share this?
Well, I know what this is to put it up.
Where'd you? Hold on a second here. Let me
Yeah,
see
it's
what we
just
got going
it's the
on
Mike
here.
it's the Mike Dean stats that the bot that comes in the chat Telegram.
Okay, so you want me to share that?
Yeah, briefly, if you could.
Okay.
Because you just showed the stats there at 10% staked, 154,000 Blaze.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you share this next screenshot, I want to point to the circulating liquid supply.
Okay, hold on just a second here. Okay. Let me get to it here. Okay. Do you see it?
I do, but yeah.
That better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
I guess everyone can see that. I don't know. But if you look at the second group of figures there, it says supply and distribution. Look at that, the last one in that group. It says 593,060.
Okay.
That's 600,000 roughly. You can round it off. And we just put 1/4 of that in the Diamonds stake in 3 days.
Wow.
That should give people a pause for reflection right there. That is a significant amount. So, of course, that was week one, minor wave, all the hype cycle coming in. But if we repeat that 3 times, the current circulating supply is gone. 3 more times, that would be gone. And then you're competing for the daily auctions of Blaze, which is, after the buy and burn, 4,800 tokens. So that is our aim. That's our focus. That's where we're headed. That's where we want to achieve. So in the meantime, we just have to deal with this circulating supply. And this is supply that's in each person's wallet. Some may elect not to come into Diamonds, and that's fine. That the number will shrink to wherever it stops at until people have to compete for the Blaze token in the auction. Anyway, that's that on.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are paying attention, and I don't think a lot of people are really grasping what's going on here. but basically the blaze comes in and it don't leave. So only whatever's out there is out there, and once this protocol absorbs all that, you're not going to be able to get any blaze. You're going to have to go to the auction to get it. This thing is a monster in all ways, shapes, and forms.
Yeah, that's really what I want everyone to focus on, is because that's the main goal of this project, is to create demand on the Blaze token, which amplifies demand, which causes the Ethereum to rush into the auctions to get the token, which fills all the pools. And from filling all the pools, diamonds will be taken payouts from that, which will pay the diamond certificate holders. And it increases the diamond hand ticket pool for all those folks. And anyway, that's the purpose of this. The other purpose was to build on X28 to support the Titan-X ecosystem. And if we are allowed, if people let us get that X28 to parity with Titan-X, we'll be burning Titan-X. But as
Do you
we
want
see,
to? I think you should touch on that, because why we're not already there? Because we would have already been there easily.
yeah, well, if you want to show that screenshot I posted, the liquidity,
I don't have it handy.
it's in the same chat that we were just looking at. But anyway, I don't know if I got it either handy.
Yeah, I don't think I have it handy. Let me see if I can find it in here. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me. Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here. Okay. There we go. So what we have here is someone has set a liquidity wall right under the parity price. So in order for X28 to hit parity, we have to eat, we have to buy through all of this to even let it get there. So, you know, we made the decision as a team to keep buying because we're getting it at a good price. But if you want to know why it's not a parity yet, because it would have already been there easily, it's because of this. Somebody came and saw an opportunity, and instead of saying, you know what, let X28 peg and let's do something beneficial for the entire ecosystem, they didn't do it. They came in here, they set this position, and so our buys are buying right into this. We are not affecting the price the way that we should be because we're buying into this liquidity. So people say a lot of things about founders and this, that, and the other. Most people have no clue what it's like right now out here trying to launch a protocol. You get stuff like this. I mean, just 2 days ago, we had somebody go in and straight up nuke the Blaze chart, 70% down candle. We've since pretty much recovered. But like, these are the things that you're up against if you're trying to survive in the Titan-X ecosystem right now. And I don't know who's doing it. I don't know why they're doing it, but you're going to discourage more builders if people keep doing things like this. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Not going to get on my soapbox. Look what happened to Morpheus. They saw some foul play going on with their stuff. What are they doing? They're taking everything to Pulse Chain. I mean, is that what we want? We don't want that. We want people to build here. And for the most part, builders support other builders, but not every single builder supports the other builders. About 95% of the builders will. So I'll quit sharing this. back to here. Okay. So, did you have something that you wanted to share, Rich?
Yeah, you could pull up. Well, one second. You could pull up. I'm already sharing.
Okay. There we go.
I'm writing a note real quick. Every now and then, I
Okay.
look at the screen, look at the website, and I see something I need to adjust and have a meeting with the. I'm making a list to have meetings Sunday or Monday with the developer.
Okay. Yeah. And we didn't get to play with this UI ahead of time. We we're new to it too. We're still getting used to it too because when it launched, it was there, and we had only seen some screenshots. We didn't have the ability to poke around in it beforehand or anything. The deadline was, man, it happened. It got done right before launch, so we're still learning things. And if you guys as a community see things and have input, go ahead and go on the Blaze Telegram and let us know what you see. And a lot of the stuff people are requesting is data, and it's already in the works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for instance, yeah, exactly. Many people saw the website finished in a finished state before me, actually hours before me. So I had to kind of catch up, and then I couldn't answer questions properly because I hadn't. I mean, I didn't have the context to go with it. Anyway, saying all that to say this, we're ready to go on this minor demonstration here.
Okay.
So I think I love this website. I'm not bragging on me. I'm bragging on the designers here. They really pulled out of me kind of what I was thinking, but I couldn't get them there on my own. So I needed their help. Anyway, long story short, when you hover each one of these buildings, it highlights. That lets you know that you're in the right place. And then right above it, there is a name tag that coincides with what you see on the header up here. So these are the names up here people are used to seeing and you're more familiar with. We stick with the diamond theme once we get down below. So Diamond Vault is staking. Diamond Crusher is the buy and burn. Diamond Certificate Stores, NFTs. Diamond Exchange is an auction. Diamonds, this is the stats, it's a billboard. And this is your diamond mine where you go to mine diamonds. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to go right there. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of ETH in this test wallet to start a miner. And I didn't bother getting Blaze and all that, so I'm not about to do this one. Normally, if you wanted to do Blaze, you just type in the amount of Blaze you want there, and it tells you the value and then how much ETH would be paired with that to create this miner. Since I don't have the Blaze, I'm going to do this version.
But if you have the Blaze and the ETH in the same wallet, as long as you have it brings up the matching amount of Ethereum that you would need, but it all does it in the same transaction.
Oh yeah, right.
So it's not like you have to go and do some Blaze and do some ETH. You don't have to do that. Either way, if you have the Blaze and you got some ETH in your wallet, it automatically does everything for you as long as you have that ETH in that wallet and do it in one transaction. It's real nice.
I'm gonna make a real small miner here, just to demonstrate. So I put just this figure here. It gives you the dollar amount there. It tells you estimated mined is 19 diamonds and tells you the ROI at completion based on
Today's price.
today's price. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was drawing a blank. Okay, let's do this. It's real simple. It's cool how that's little diamonds, triangles.
Yeah, nice.
I remember when we did Element, it had this spinning element for this waiting thing. You know, ideally, when I first had plans to get this website built, this phase that we're doing right now, this wait time, this looking at this thing, turn around doing nothing, and this wallet dropping down, I had plans to have videos, animated videos running that would go through, you know, a 30-second clip video while that's happening, just to kind of, it would basically, this would be going on in the background and the video would be playing in the forefront. And that way you just have a different experience instead of sitting here looking at this thing spinning. I don't know what happened here. Did it actually work? Sometimes it, let me refresh. Sometimes it works anyway, even though it gave you an error. Okay, it did. So everybody see what I just did? Until we can figure that out, it gave me an error, but it actually took place. It completed the job. So a lot of times when you get that error, just hit the Control R button or go up here to the browser and hit reset. One of the two will get it to refresh the screen, and you can see it's already here.
Awesome.
So what I've got on my list and to try to add is the ROI per miner. And we got plenty of room here to squeeze one of these up and put one in here. So
your current ROI for that miner, wherever you may be as far as days go, say you could look at that ROI and be like, okay, I'm 70 days in, but I'm already in profit. So you'd be able to see that for each miner.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's a problem here, and we have it with every mining protocol. And I think Titanx actually finally fixed it after some time. But the problem is your data is not stored on the blockchain. And when you start a miner, if you use an ETH or whatever you'd be using as your price, that price changes moment to moment, day to day, week to week. So you could be down the road a few months checking your ROI, but the price that is basing your starting point out is incorrect because it's looking at current price of ETH, if it's ETH, on this day, rather than 3 months ago, whenever you started it, which could have been 1/3 the price. The only way to combat that is to have a server or some means of storing that data per miner, per person, per however many users. And so, yeah, just to let people know that's an aggravating thing that I can't stand, you know, honestly. So if I can fix it, I will. It's annoying, quite annoying, because your ROI is not accurate, right? If I add a ROI indicator here per miner, and now ETH goes up triple the price, well, that ROI is going to be wrong.
True. So, yeah, I remember. Excuse me, I remember now.
So
yeah, because anyway, it doesn't store that data.
I got it written down here. Whether we can accomplish it or not, we'll check into it and see what we come up with for that.
Okay.
Anyways, what can we show here other than starting that miner? Oh, I know what we can show. So this is new, and people have not seen this most likely yet. This third tab is now active as of this afternoon. Takes a little bit to populate, obviously. Need another video right here. All right.
Okay.
Let's go make some coffee or tea and come back. It might be ready. I don't know if anybody remembers back in the day.
Look, folks, this is huge. We start going to put tariffs Big tariffs on ETH. We're going to make people buy diamonds. Diamonds, the best, the classiest. It's all about the diamonds now, more valuable, more powerful. Everyone sits talking about it. We're making buying and crushing, buying and burning great again, folks. Really great. November 11th is coming. It's a whole new game, folks, a winning game, the biggest. Believe me.
Diamonds will be very scarce in the market. Blaze is already pretty scarce on the market. So we're hoping for fireworks between the two.
I love that video. All right, so go back to my screen share if you.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay. So yeah, we're populated now. So again, this is new, came this afternoon. So this is basically the Dune chart, the analytical data brought into the website here. So unique users, we got 52 miners, 16 holders. This is liquid holders. And we have 5 stakers. And the reason there's only 5 stakers, I would imagine, because we are a long ways off from staking. It's not the best play right now, because if you're buying diamonds off the market, which is the only place they're available right now, they're expensive. In fact, they're 3,800% higher than fair market value. So when you mint diamonds today, you take the price of Blaze and the matching price of Ethereum to mint 1 diamond. That's fair market value. So it's twice the price of Blaze, essentially. So we're looking at 3,800% ROI. So nobody's going to buy expensive diamonds at that price and put it in staking. This was just people testing things out. Anyway, there's 61 unique NFT holders. That's pretty impressive there. So anyway, that was users at the top part of this. Then this is proceeds. What I wanted to track here is from Genesis, from the start of this project, I wanted to track the amount of ETH comes in, the amount of Blaze that comes in. And so the ETH is coming in from the mints, 23.23 ETH. That's really impressive. I wasn't expecting that much. And then the total ETH from miners so far is roughly half of that. You know, not bad either for the first 3 days. And then we have the Blaze. So this is higher than the staked amount. So let me explain this a minute. You have 12% of the Blaze that comes in and goes into the staking pools, the 288 and 280. I'm sorry, the 2 pools. One is an 88 day and the other is a 288 day. That gets split 60-40, 60% in the shorter period pool, 40% in the longer period pool. So anyway, from where we had that Mike Dean stat just a while ago on the stats on the, let me just show it. I'm screwing it all up talking about it. No, here, look at this. This figure here says 154, 175. That's how much is staked so far. But if you go into, oh shoot, here we go with the weight. Maybe it's quicker to rat stuff, Batman. Yeah, shouldn't have clicked away.
I need more dirt on this Diamond boys. Has the audit come out, Vitalik?
Let's see what we can do to fix
SBI
that.
Securities got the goods. 8 pages of clean slate. No critical cracks, no high stakes heists waiting. Check. Codes tighter than a vault, structured like a pro job. Too polished for a fresh gem. It definitely sparkles, all right. Suspiciously so. Even Minister Mike Dean has given the team a thumbs up on Titanex Hub.
So the system effectively has ETH and Blaze. I think that's a good idea to do it that way.
All right. Yeah, so what happens is only 80% of the blaze, when I say only, it's, still, it's a ton of the blaze that comes in gets staked. Then you got 8% Genesis and 12% goes to pay the diamond stakers in the staking pools. Correct?
That's correct. Yes.
All right. Let this load.
Yeah, I'm certainly going to see if we can fix that somehow. I don't know why it takes a good 5 minutes. So anyway, that's a pretty large number. And the reason I brought up the Mike Dean stats earlier is it says we have, I forget now, 697 was there, or I think whatever it is, the point I'm trying to draw out here is that this is a massive amount taken from that stack. And if we repeat this 3 more times, that circulating supply is gone. Now it's the daily auctions is where people will get their blaze. And so we're going to get there. It's just when. And you at the daily emission rate on the blaze protocol after buy and burn is 4,800. It would take quite a long time to get to 750,000 again. So once we get through that stack, we're going to see blaze auctions increase, more fierce competition for that. Anyway, okay, moving on. Here's the rewards. Total diamonds exchange ETH rewards. So this is how much ETH is currently in the auction, the weekly auction. 2.5 ETH. This is how much ETH is currently in the vault for staking. So this is just, again, this is just 3 days in. This is 1.5 ETH sitting across those 2 payout pools. This is going to grow over time. This could be quite attractive for staking. And we got 88 days before the first payout. So we're on day 3. We've got 85 days left to go. So there's no sense in focusing on staking right now. However, it's just nice to know that over time that should build pretty big, just like the Blaze protocol has.
And something that I was thinking about on the staking, it's like you have up until day 87 to stake to get the 88-day payout, right? Mm-hmm. Well, what if people start doing math and say, you know what? If I don't wait till day 87, because you got to stake for 288 days, right? Mm-hmm. What if I stake earlier? Then do I get these payouts and then I'm able to get my tokens earlier because I did the 288 days? And so I was thinking to myself, maybe some people are thinking that, and that's why maybe they would start staking, because I haven't looked at the dates and all of those things for payouts and minimum stake and all that to see how everything jives.
Yeah. So Utah, I could just say it. You and I designed this project so that users won't need to focus on their tokens and won't need to focus on dumping it on the market. We built the exchange for the early days or weekly rewards, and people to be able to early claim at some point. I obviously wasn't thinking people were trying to claim in the first week. That was not factored in. So some people may be upset, but that wasn't the plan. So there's going to be the Diamond Exchange weekly that people can early claim to go into. Again, wasn't thinking first week. Beyond that, there will be staking. And since there's 88-day is the first one, you would have to early claim your miner on a 100-day miner to get into that pool. So there'll be some game theory there of what to do. However, if you benefit, to get the most benefit out of this protocol is to do the things that give you the most bang for the buck. For instance, if you're going to stake, look at the long-term bonus, the maxed staking, 888 days for staking. So you're going to want to exercise that if you want the bigger share, and then you can look at burning additional diamonds to get a bonus added to that. So that makes your stake payout bigger than someone else's who staked the same amount and didn't go with the bonuses. So yeah, to your point, people may be looking to early claim some miners and then let the other miners run. That's why it's also important to set a few separate miners and to use different strategies. So like you said, to your point, to exit early, to get in to these staking pools earlier, maybe your stake end date is sooner. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kind of ways to play it.
Yeah, this protocol has a lot of use case built in. So in the scarcity between this and Blaze, like people don't understand it yet, but they will. And we're seeing it happen and I'm loving it. How do you feel about it? Like when you see what we envisioned when we were first discussing like tokenomics and all these different things and supply squeeze and all of that, and to see it happening between Blaze and between Diamonds in real time just by poking around and looking at all the different stats. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I think it's wonderful, really. Everything about it is working as designed. The only thing that is unfavorable that I've seen thus far is the way that the user was able to dump the price on Blaze and get their mining cost at less than others. So we tried to design against that. Actually, we put this thing called an oracle into the code, where if anybody would come in and drop the price to enter miners, basically it's essentially like this. It's called manipulation. If you drop the price of Blaze, then your matching price of ETH required is lower. So if he drops the price from where it was 25 cents on Blaze to 10 cents, now you get 10-cent diamond mint costs rather than 25-cent diamond mint costs. So your entry costs, your cost basis is lower than everyone else. So you get to claim sooner and earlier than everyone else. So we tried to code this around that. This is DeFi. You can't stop everything. But what we did was takes a 3-hour average of price. That's why the price doesn't match all the time. Right here, there's a current price that it doesn't match Dex Screener. And actually, I'm going to try to get this price to post the actual real price on the real time. But it has an oracle and it's checking every 15-minute block, starting with 15 minutes past all the way up to 3 hours. And it's trying to combat against people doing just that. The way they were able to do that is we passed 3 hours and it went past that time check. Anyway, that's going to be short-lived. That's only going to be possible. See, this person had a lot of Blaze, so they could sell some and use the rest to go into the miners with. But once they've worked through their Blaze balance, they can't do that again. They'd have to buy Blaze back, but by that time, the price is going up. So anyway, this is, like I said, that's short-lived. Once we get beyond that, it won't be able to happen again.
Yeah. Well, you can only do that kind of stuff, once, and then you don't have enough Blaze to do it again.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, the Blaze supply is not infinite. I mean, it's a fixed amount. We just went through that earlier to talk about
Yep.
where the supply was and how much this protocol is taking in the first few days. So once we have a couple more mining rounds, and believe me, we're not done. This thing ain't finished. This ain't a one and done week for this mining participation. I have mined only one mine so far. I've been too busy this week and I've been trying to focus on other things. And actually, I bought off the market and I stuck mine in the auction. I bought the top of the chart. Thank you. You can thank me later, whatever. But I didn't get the best price. So I didn't get any tokens as a founder. So I had to buy mine. So I've started one miner so far. So I haven't even put what I'm planning to do in here. And I know a few others who haven't mined yet. So we can expect other minor waves. This is just first few days.
Yeah. Yep. And I I love the way that everything's working together. It's perfect, man. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's exactly what I envisioned. Um, yeah, and then once once the majority of that blaze is off the market, man, things really, really get interesting.
We're going to get there. That's
Yep.
without doubt. Without a doubt, we're going to get there. Anyway, let me finish this up here. This is the blaze in the stake pool for users to go with this ETH also. And this was the reason this shows 0 here is because I discussed this with the dev today. This is going to be after the first payout comes from the Blaze protocol. This is going to keep historical data here. So over time, 400 days from now, whatever, we want to see how much ETH has come into the NFT rewards. This does not look at the future forecasted rewards. So that's why it's 0. Down here, you see the miners. This is day 1. It tells you 78,645 was mining and 102,700. So you could also say that's Blaze. That's how much Blaze came in. That's how many miners were started. Now, again, this balance is never realized until that person, that user, decides to exit. If they wait their full 100 days, they'll get that amount. Future diamonds mined unlocked. Obviously, this would be 100 days from now. So this is 2/19/26 to 2026. And it just coincides with this up here. It's 100 days later. What's not here yet, and it will be coming as soon as we have some, is some forfeits. So we're going to have a column breakout for forfeits and who's early claimed and the amount. And you can't forecast that, but what you can show is historical data.
Yeah, because that'll affect everything. All of a sudden, the future supply that looked like there was going to be, people start early claiming, and you're going to see that change drastically.
Yeah, this would drop. This would drop down if somebody forfeits because their expected supply, man, really would drop. Matter of fact, this big miner wave here, day 1 and day 2, if they claim this week somehow, if we get up in price in diamonds and they decide, hey, I'm going to go into the auction, well, these collapse, these 2 columns, and that's beautiful. Now, I don't know if they're going to be in profit come day 7. There's not a lot of diamonds left, but it could. If somebody decides they want to pay $15-16 and above, it's a pretty risky game. That's a slippery slope. I wouldn't be doing that because, one, there's 2 reasons. You can't guarantee that you're going to get what your ROI is showing you going into the auction, because when you go in, you're going to dilute it. And when you do, yours is going to go down as well, your value of what you're going to get out of that. And then also, if you look at claiming your miner to go sell on the market, well, there's going to be slippage involved. You're not going to get the amount you're looking at. So it's a pretty risky play in week 1 to think you can exit, because if you're even close to breaking even, you're going to be at a loss once you get into the exchange or selling on the market. It's just this protocol is not mature enough to handle your compound in week 1 is the moral of the story.
Yeah. And I mean, as soon as somebody early claims their first miner, just like that, diamonds is already more deflationary than Blaze. Just like that. First one.
Now, yes, and not only that, the first one that sells is they're going to change the price substantially because the protocol hadn't had time to build up the liquidity pool. So it needs time to get its legs under it.
Yeah. Well, the market's going to do what the market's going to do. And, as we've seen, right now, people will take any sort of profit they can get. But when they do that, they're leaving with a very, very small amount of tokens. And those tokens will never be created.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Those tokens were never created. They never hit the market. And so 100% of that blaze that was used. So say you used 100 blaze tokens and they claim, say, 10%, they're getting a tenth of that. That's it. The other diamonds were never created. So you can see if people start early claiming miners, yeah, it's going to hit the price, but it's just going to make it more scarce in the long run. And I mean, we built this thing for the long haul. This thing is beautiful.
Yep. And this cumulative will go down. I mean, this red line here will track once forfeits start taking place. I may even make another chart where we can break that out and show that. We'll figure it out. I'm not there yet. So anyway, here's staking. There's just a few in there. You can see there's a total of 8 staked on day 1, 3 staked on day 2, and you can see how the 3 and the 8 add together make 11 for total. And now there's another. Oh no, that's the same. Oh, it's constant. It's showing the. That's kind of weird. I wouldn't think it would add any more here. Yeah, that's probably not right. Anyway, if you got 3 here, it would make a blue bar. If you didn't do any here, it should be 0, but this cumulative would remain 3. Might go straight. But anyway, we'll look into that. Let me write that down.
Yeah, so one of the big differences with diamonds and the way that the token distribution model is set up is Titan X, people could just come in and mint nonstop, and it reduced by 0.08% a day. So there was a lot of tokens available, and because so much mining happened, there was a lot of inflation. But this is different because we're basing it on the Blaze token distribution, which is only around 4,800, 4,200 a day, besides what's the liquid on the market. But it takes 1 blaze to make 1 diamonds, and people that early claim, they change that right away. So this isn't like a big inflation wave coming onto the market. Even if everybody went full term for 100 days, the inflation isn't going to be that much. And I don't think we're going to see people doing that. I mean, I plan on leaving mine. I like the long term. I want the most tokens I can possibly get, regardless of price along the way. Unless, there's a compounding play there. I may do a little bit of compounding, but I really want to get my hands on as many diamonds as I can, because I think we're going to have a damn alt season coming up. And where are we going to be in the markets in 100 days? I want to have those diamonds.
Yeah, myself, I'm a staker, so I'm not even thinking about altcoin market. I'm thinking of staking because there's ETH in there waiting for me.
There really is. And one cool thing about staking is you're getting ETH and you're getting Blaze. So you can save that up and start new miners. And you don't even have to bring in fresh capital.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep growing your position.
So this is staking. We just covered that. But here's so people would have asked, how are we crushing diamonds with staking? So you have a bonus crush you can do to earn a larger bonus share of all. This is where that's going to show up here. Diamonds crushed by vault. So the first day there was 7 crushed, and the second day was 3, and today was 9. Interesting. 9, 12, 19. I'm not going to go back to the other tab because I'm going to lose all my Dune data. So I'll finish this one last box here and we'll go. So futures staked unlocked. So this shows how long people were staking. So this 417. I don't know how many days that is. I think that's 288. Looks like people are minimum staking, so they went for no bonus. 418, 417. Maybe, I don't know. How many days is this? Can you type in Google and see how many days away is 4/17/26? I wish it would show me right here if this was a 288 or 888. Well, it's not a 888, obviously. That's 2 years away. So that answered my question. Wait a minute. This is 228. 2028. That is the max stake. You see that? I'm trying to get my pointer to go there, but it moves when I move. You see what I'm saying there?
Okay, explain it to me again.
Look at the date at the top of the little box that's moving around. It says 2028.
Okay.
That is max term my staker.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
all three of these are max. So if we have shorter stakes coming in, you would see 2026 there. Anyway, I think we drove this in the ground. This is the analytics tab for stats. This is actually intended to be the price and ratio part for diamonds compared to Blaze, and diamonds compared to X28, and then X28 also to see if we're at parity or how far away or whatever. You know, I was real ambitious to get there, but I'm actually quite okay with it. If we keep buying X28 at this price, we're getting a discount. So if that sell wall wants to stay there, they'll keep us in the discount range. We'll eventually get there. And if not, we just keep buying discount. I'm not going to fight it. We just, whatever.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Was there anything else that you wanted to point out or talk about?
While I'm on this page, I would just say, in case people don't know, this is really, you got to be careful here. If you want to buy diamonds, you can actually do so from here. You put the amount of ETH you want to use, and it estimates the amount of diamonds you would receive right there. This is an estimate. It has to do this buying in the background. It's got to route through. It's got to buy Titan-X, buy X28, and then buy the diamonds. This particular router will not ever go through the minter. So you will always be buying off the market here. X28 to Titan-X. It just, I didn't want to design a whole nother code and have it audited just to add this box. What this is a router, and we chose the specific routing so that you can get it done. This is a convenience deal here.
Nice.
Oh, look, now there's 404 and somebody just crushed a little bit more. 385 in the pool. This is super impressive. So there's 485 diamonds in the LP, 96 outside the LP. As people continue to, if people want to go into the exchange, they're going to have to buy it from this LP. That's going to drive up this price. So let's see what we got here. Oh, this was the thing I was talking about earlier. So this price here is also on the Oracle. So it will not match the current price on diamonds all the time. Give it a second for this to come up. It's nice how Titan-X is the default one there. Oh, so the price is 15.13 here, and on the site it shows 15.24. It's pretty close, but it's actually sometimes further off, because I was looking at this today. It was 15.74 here, and it was sold down to $1,475. And that's because it takes that average price. Somebody just recently bought wow, it moves with just such a little buy. That's less than $2.
Oh, wow. But it is paired with the X28. And I
Well,
think
that's
X28 might be going up a little.
oh, okay, that's true. Anyway, folks, I don't know what else to show here. You know, that was the example for how to set a miner. Just a little deep dive into some of the stats. What do you want? What else you would like to show? You want us to show anything else here?
Nope. I think we're good for
There's
this
been a lot of
stream.
Yeah, we can call it here. For the next one, we'll cover something else.
Yep, we sure will. So, yeah, thanks for hopping on and doing that and showing us the new analytics and getting us more familiar with this. I'm still poking around in this thing every day, looking at everything, learning stuff. So, yeah, this UI is next level. It's so nice. It's got everything, and it looks cooler than shit too. So, this protocol has everything, man. It really does. I love it. So, yeah, if you don't have anything else, then I'll just go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm good here. Thanks for coming. Yep. Be patient. This is only 3 days in. We're looking good. We burned a ton of, not burned. Yeah, we burned a ton of diamonds, 40% in the first week. And we have taken, I would say, almost 25% of the Blaze circulating supply off the market. So things are going to be exciting pretty soon.
I agree. Okay. Catch up with you guys later.
Yep. Bye.
Diamonds are forever. The crown jewels keep. Diamonds are forever. Locked whispers of the sea.